Hello, everyone. This is Grandmaster Jessie Bowen, and this is to become an author podcast as well as the Martial Arts Extraordinaire podcast. How's everyone doing? Hey, this is an exciting day. We're kicking off our week. A lot of great things happening with Elite Publications, and we really want to thank Elite Publications for sponsoring this podcast here for us today. They have a very special guest, very special announcements. So we're gonna go to London. So we have today Grandmaster Gary Wasniewski, and he is a part of the program today. And we're working together around the world, and that's what our theme is. It's not, I'm here in the U.S., but we have partners in Australia, Brazil, all over the world. We're trying to make a connection with martial arts to make the world a better place. And we know for a seasoned martial artist that's been around, if we didn't have martial arts in our lives, our stories could be totally different. But today we want to be talking about his event and a partnership. Now, of course, you know that we have the Becoming Author podcast, but we also have the Elite Publications worldwide Roku TV channel. So, so he's going to be on the program. He's going to have a show on our program. So you got to really check it out. And remember, you go to get your a Roku app, and you're looking for Elite Publications worldwide TV. That's Elite Publications worldwide TV on your Roku. And we have Fire Stick. And again, we're working on bringing that on a little bit, but we're looking for martial artists to be a part of a new program we're doing too. It's called Learn the Martial Arts. This is where we'll have martial arts instructors will be teaching about their styles and their systems about learning the martial arts. We're starting at level A and then be able to work up. So this is going to be I want it to be a 24-hour series that we have martial artists talking about learn the martial arts, demonstrating their technique. It's a 30-minute program. If you're interested in becoming a part of that, then remember, reach out to me, and my email address is info@elitepublications.org. Again, that's info@elitepublications.org. And so you can reach out to us, and we really want to support everything that's happening in the martial arts. So, sir, how have you been doing? How's the weather? I don't know. What time is it there?
The time here at the minute is 5:20 in the afternoon or early evening.
Well, you can tell me what's in front of me.
Well, basically, talking about myself personally, we've started with Chris and with Kyle, The Tiger's Den, which is a TV show, and it's covering all manner of things related to martial arts, interviews and what have you. But also it connects really worldwide because, like your show, it enables people who aren't living in England or wherever to connect with martial artists all over the world.
Well, that is great. Hopefully our signal is not too weak here for us. So yes, that's what we really want to do, is to be able to make that connection worldwide. And, we're grateful because last year.
I'm really fine.
Great. So last year we had the great opportunity to receive an award from your organization, publishing award. And we're very grateful and honored to receive that. So I know that we have your show going on. We have the event coming up in there. So, what is it that our viewers are going to be able to get from your show? What is it going to be about?
Well, the show will cover all topics, martial arts, worldwide things that are going on, and more importantly, sharing knowledge about the martial arts to one another. Because I think one of the main problems in the martial arts is it's kind of a bit insular. You know, people know what's going on in America, know what's going on in Europe, but it's wonderful to have a connection where people get to meet people and share views and techniques that really can benefit everybody worldwide. So I think it's a connective thing that's in the interest of everybody, really.
You know, when we think of the events and the different things that we do, we work to make the martial arts world better, because if we did not have organizations such as yours that would be recognizing people, sharing their legacy, then the world would not know about them. So I think the things that you're doing as a part of your Hall of Fame events, the thing that we're doing with the Who's Who in the Martial Arts Hall of Honors, Sifu Alan Goldberg, the things he's doing, then, you know, the martial arts was be in the dark. So what we're doing,
yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Alan. Yeah, I visited him many years ago, and a good job. We're trying to do a good job too.
Well, and that's what we really want to be able to bring in there, is that that ability to help the martial arts community to be recognized, to be able to be a standout, and that people can know about them around the world. So, how long have you been studying the martial arts?
Mm. Well, I started karate in 1975, and that's when I got my first Dan black belt under Meiji Suzuki, famous Japanese instructor who's based in London. And I've been doing it ever since, really. And, you know, I hold a rank of Grandmaster, and, you know, with the various governing bodies around the world. And, but to me, karate was something I did as a passion. Really, I remember going to see a movie. It was 1967 or something, and basically, I went to see it, and I thought, "What is this karate that this man is doing?" Because at the time, I was getting a lot of trouble at school with my name being a foreign name, and in England, you know, if you got a foreign name, you might not be too popular. So I was having fights, and I thought, God, I want to learn this. I want to know what this thing that Elvis Presley was showing in the movie. So I joined a karate school a year or so later with my brother, the Thai organization, and I kept it going. And 75, Tiger's been in existence, and you know, it led to me going to halls of fame and demonstrating all around the world, you know, South Africa, America, all over Europe, you know, and basically all over the world. So, but my passion for karate and martial arts was to then take another direction, because I lost my mother and father through cancer at about 2005, I think it was. And I wanted to do something that was solely a charitable thing to give to cancer research worldwide, which is the charity that we support. It goes to people in America, goes to people in Europe, and people in South America. So by doing Hall of Fame the 20th year this year, we're keeping up a tradition that we're honoring martial artists, and great martial artists too, worldwide, but also we're contributing to worldwide cancer research. And I'm very proud of that fact, because to me, I made money through different things, movies and other things, and my seminars. But to me, it was important to give something back to that cause, which touches everybody, whether you're in the United States or all over the world, really.
Well, you know, you mentioned your movies and all the things you're doing. Let's take and share some background into some of the things you're doing in the movie and production field?
Yeah, certainly. Basically, the latest movie we're doing now is obviously something that's very intriguing for everybody. It is, it's called, without giving too much of the film away, who's out to get some kind of justice for friends of his that were assassinated, killed, murdered, whatever you call it. And it's a one man's quest to really find the people who were the bad guys. And he gets involved in various different situations. Some of the scenes were filmed in Houston. Some of the scenes were filmed in California. But the bulk of the rest of the movies being filmed. I did some filming at the World Grandmaster Council with Grandmaster Frank Sanchez. I'm the UK member of the Associate Council. And we filmed some scenes and other things, and we tried to film scenes as well, Alan's event. So there's snippets of all kind of action, and even Gary Lee's event in Houston, Texas, when I was honored there, we did some filming. So it's an international production, really. So hopefully, it brings together what we all believe in, isn't it? Highlighting not just England, not just USA, but the whole world. And the storyline is, without giving too much away, totally different. It's not just pure action, but there's a human interest story. And my acting that I've done, sort of movies, supernatural movies, and straightforward acting movies without me kicking somebody off a cliff or knocking somebody through a door. To me, the martial arts. And just basically then going to London of that, and I was passionate. I enjoyed it, but of course that was secondary to my love of martial arts and my continued devotion to that and the cause of cancer, really.
Well, it's really ironic that you saw a movie and you wanted to know what this karate stuff was about, and here you are now, a film producer and an actor. So exactly. That is the power of influence.
I think so. It's funny how life can take you in that kind of, isn't it, really? You set out in life on one path, and then suddenly something takes you in another direction. But I've been very lucky. I mean, it's as clear as that. I mean, some people would dream to do this, dream to do that. I never thank God enough for putting me in the right place at the right time and giving me the ability and the feeling of positivity to share with all people. I think it doesn't matter where you come from, what race you are, what color you are, or what creed you are, or what sex you are. I think martial arts is a force for the good, but it should be aligned a little bit to about understanding one's inner self as well. Because to me, physicality, yeah, you can do the high kicks, you can do the head break I did through concrete and all the kicking and all that, but there's something much deeper than that. And I think the world doesn't see martial arts as a force for good and a force for catch priceless. Not whether you live in America or you live in Europe, really.
And I think that's a really key part, is that as we have been in the martial arts for 50 years now, so what's your takeaway from that? Well, the takeaway at the end of the day is about a spiritual thing, because the physical side will fade away, but the other part you're left with, that residual.
I agree.
To studying the martial arts is about the spiritual you and your relationship and your faith. As I tell someone, especially when you're looking at a spiritual
Absolutely.
faith. It's really about a belief system, and if you could get enough people believing that good is better than evil, then you can make a difference, and that my martial arts can help heal someone, the same way it can destroy someone, but it's about, my attitude and how I feel
100%
about it.
right.
And this is the
Yeah.
important thing we're
I
trying to
think
bring
that's
together.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
think
that's
so. I think the important thing is to see martial art as another dimension to it. Some people see it as just a fight, more importantly, far more rewarding than people think it is, because you touch something inside you that makes you feel good about yourself and makes you feel that you're helping other people get that goodness in themselves too.
Well, you're exactly right. Well, welcome to the Elite Publications Worldwide TV Roku channel. We're excited about you being there. We say to the other martial artists, if you've been thinking about, how do I market my school? How do I get myself out there? How do I become a brand? There's two ways you can do that. The first, you can be connected in your city, but we also want to advocate publishing, and that's what Elite Publications is a publishing company. So one of the best ways to get connected, to move yourself forward, is to write a book. Write a book that will influence your martial arts program. When people come in or clients come into your martial arts school, you can hand them something that's published, an international best-selling product that talks about the martial arts, what you do. Or I'm saying martial arts, but Elite Publications is a global company, and doesn't matter the genre that you want to publish in, we're right here to help you to be able to do that. So remember, reach out and contact Elite Publications. That's www.elitepublications.org. Remember, everyone has a story. You have to get it out. Any last words from you, sir?
Yeah, I would say to all martial arts in general, stay positive, keep training, else never ever give up your training. After now being 70 years of age now, as I am, I don't ever not train one day in my life. I think it's very important to not only speak about what you do, but to practice what you do. And I think we're living in a world where people talk, but they don't really do what they preach other people to do. I'd like to think that Tiger, 50 years on now, has kept that true, has helped other people, because there's people who need to know how to defend themselves, whether it's against a gun or a knife or what have you. So I think putting it together, it's got to be a good thing for humanity to have good martial artists around, really.
All right. So again, we appreciate you. And remember, everyone, check out the show. We're going to have the announcement of when the first show is going to launch and how to get there. So remember, what am I going to say? Everybody's got a story. You just have to get it out. So everyone, be blessed, and we'll see you the next time. Okay, we're